back, everyone. And what we have a special guest here by the name of Uncle Tommy. I have not spoken to him on too many occasions, just maybe one or two, but I love him. His energy is crazy, and I love his passion and his love that he has for Denise. So,
well, she's a special person, and I'm sorry she's been through so much, but hopefully it'll be over sometime soon.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I have some very basic questions for you, and I just want you to be open and honest and candid as possible. So my first question to you is, how has the incarceration of Denise, how has it affected your life, not just hers?
Well, it's made me care about her so much more after finding out what the predicament she's in. I help her any way I can. She sends me stuff, and I call in for food and stuff, and I bought her a pair of jeans, little things like that, so I can make her life a little bit easier.
Right. So throughout the time and the years that she has been incarcerated, is it any type of development that you have seen that really sticks out to you? Like any change, any improvement in her behavior since she's been incarcerated?
She's got a little bit of religion in her now.
Oh, okay.
She goes to confession. She goes to mass. She goes to communion. We pray a lot together on the phone. So she certainly has come a long way since I first started talking with her a few years ago.
Right. So that most definitely is very important when it comes down to her parole hearing, right? And in every parole packet, they always request about your spiritual development. So that most definitely, just from your testimony, not even hers, we can tell that she has a checkbox there, right?
Well, I told her she's going to have a little bit of hope. A little bit of hope will go a long, long way.
Absolutely.
And she has hope now.
Absolutely. So one thing I would like is this actually, because Denise is a mother, and she has been incarcerated for such a long time, I wanted to ask her family members to, in your own words, give her your version of a Mother's Day message. What would you say to Denise for Mother's Day?
Well, Denise, I love you very much, and I'm in your corner, and I'm fighting for you and praying for you and doing whatever I can to make your life a little bit more positive. And she has come a long way.
Yes.
In the short few years that I've known her. I didn't know her all these years. I didn't even know who she was or where she was. But we've found each other. So we talk a lot. She calls me a lot, and I help her out as much as I can.
Sounds good. So that I will not keep you any longer. That is exactly, those are the questions that I have for you. Now, of course, I will leave the door open for you to say your final remarks, whatever you want to say, whatever message you want to give, and then I will most definitely let you go. So anything you want to say?
Denise, don't give up the ship, and there's hope and prayer. Say as many Hail Marys as you possibly can, and hang in there. And I love you very much, and happy Mother's Day.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you.
Okay, well, I appreciate you helping her out.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye. I love him. So now we have the bestie, Mrs. Janet Newman, to Denise. And I will let her fill you in with how they became that bestie status. And then I will also, ask her the same questions that was asked to Uncle Tommy, and just so you can get some type of feedback. So, Janet, I want you to start off by letting the people know, one, how did you get to meet, learn about, and love Denise?
Well, in 2010, I was also incarcerated in Fluvanna Correctional Center for Women. That was one of my first incarcerations, and that's when I met Denise. For the first time, I went there and we met, and she encouraged me greatly when I was discouraged and didn't care much about doing anything. She encouraged me to do school, and she encouraged me to do a lot of things when I didn't care about doing anything. And I started doing classes and did it and got my electrician and got my HVAC certification, and I didn't immediately, of course. She had to do quite a bit of persuasion on that, but she never stopped trying to persuade me to do that, even in spite of, that's one of the things I admired about her. Even in spite of the time that she had, she never showed her that she was disgruntled about it.
All right.
The part that she did show, and that always came, it was the sadness of what she had done.
Right.
That would show, and the remorse for what she had done, and that she couldn't do anything to take it back.
Right.
Or fix it.
Right. That most definitely is understandable. One thing I would like to get insight on is how has Denise's incarceration, since you have been home, how has it affect your personal life? Not just hers, but how does it affect your everyday life with now being out and she's in?
It's really hard because I wanted to be able to have a life on the outside. I understand, and I don't minimize what happened that day.
Correct.
For any of the families, I don't minimize that at all. But I know how hard she's worked to come where she is, to be the different person that she is today. And I've seen it firsthand. And like I said, she encourages people on the inside, no matter the age, no matter, the creed, no matter what, people inside, people outside. She's kept me, even strong when she's going through whatever she's going through on the inside. She's still keeping me strong on the outside, right. Even knowing that even on days when she's going through it, she's still sucking it up and trying to encourage me.
Right.
So, and it's like, I just want her to have an opportunity. Just give her one chance. If she messes it up, which I don't think she will, because she's scared to spit on the sidewalk type person.
Right.
She is. She picks up a worm off the sidewalk because she doesn't want it to suffer on the sidewalk. That's the kind of person she is today. So, I seen it.
Right.
She got me picking up worms off the sidewalk, So,
right. So I
just want her to have that one opportunity.
Right.
If she, give it to her, please.
Right.
If she doesn't, if something were to happen, then okay, she had that opportunity.
Right.
Then she messed it up.
Right.
But I don't think you're going to have that problem.
Okay. So, one thing, because, we know that Denise is a mother, and she's been gone for such a long time. And with Mother's Day, coming up, I want you, in your own words, to just give your own special message to Denise for Mother's Day.
I just want to tell her Happy Mother's Day. I think even from the inside, I know how much she loves her children. And Happy Mother's Day. And she's been a great mother to my son, even from the inside. She's tried to connect and do with my son as well. Okay. And been a Nene to my grandson. So Happy Mother's Day, and you're a wonderful mother and a wonderful friend.
Okay.
And just a wonderful person in general, and I love you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And then that brings us right into your final remarks, right? So we're about to wrap it up, but I want to give you the opportunity in your words to just give your final remarks to Denise.
To Denise?
Yeah, to Denise. Tell her whatever you want to tell her. And of course you can speak on if you want to do a personal message to the parole board on her behalf.
To both. Well, first of all, to Denise, how very proud I am of her for all the hard work she's done. Because I know that it hasn't been easy, especially getting turned down over and over and over again. And she still dug her heels in and continued to try over and over again to do better, to be stronger, to do more, to try harder, to do better. And to find more things to do, to, whatever it may be, to help others. I'm just so very proud of her for everything she's doing. And like I said, no matter what the struggle is she's having on a daily basis, she always still finds a way deep within herself to help others. And to the parole board, respectfully, I ask you with everything in me to please just give her an opportunity. Just give her this chance. Just please give her a chance.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, Love Bug, I'm going to let you go. And you have a great evening. And I thank you so, so, so very much for participating and taking the time out of your evening to do this for Denise and for myself.
Yes, and I thank you for everything you do, and hope you have a great night.
Oh, you do the same, love. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right. So here we go. So everybody, we have the pleasure of having Mr. Eric Evans, who is the brother of Miss Denise Holsinger. Welcome, 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 love. The first thing that I will start out with is you tell us a little history about yourself and Denise.
Okay. Well, there's 9 years between us, so we really didn't grow up together. I actually really didn't know my sister until I was probably 17 years old. Moved out to California with my mom after my parents divorced. We have different dads.
Okay.
And didn't like the schools that my mom wanted me to go to. So I ended up living with my sister on a Navy base when she was married to her ex-husband. And got to know my sister at the age of 17 because, like I said, 9 years between us. She was already gone by the time I got to the age of knowing what was going on.
Okay. Gotcha. So even with that being said, right, I think it's very interesting to hear how incarceration does not only affect the individual, it does affect the loved one. So I know your relationship started down the road, but with your sister being incarcerated for 30 years, how has that affected your life?
Wow, I can't believe it's been 30 years already.
30 years.
Well, at first it was a major impact on me because my mom didn't tell me for 6 months after Denise was already arrested and down. I didn't find out until December of 94 what had happened. And the weird thing is right after my mom told me, I ended up seeing Denise on TV. So I'm kind of glad my mom told me before that happened.
Right.
Or else I probably would have freaked out big time.
Right.
But in the beginning, it was really hard, because me and my sister started to get really close when I was living with her out in California. And then I ended up joining the Marine Corps, and she came down and got me after boot camp and came up to Virginia to party with her and, hang out and stuff. So when she went down, it was kind of hard. Over the years, it got a little easier, but it's still hard because she wasn't there for like when our brother died or when our mom passed away 3 years ago.
Right. Get it. I most definitely understand. With that being said, and I know it's probably tough for you to actually, give feedback on this next question. But speaking of your mom, we all know that Mother's Day is coming up soon, right? So what I'm asking is, if you had anything that you could say to Denise for Mother's Day, what would that be?
Oh. That I hope she has a great Mother's Day, even though I know her relationship, because of the situation, is strained with her children.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope that if and when she does get out, that she could get that bond back with them.
Right.
Because I know when they were younger, I know they don't see it because they were too young, but she was all about her children when they were younger until, things started going rocky.
Right. Yeah.
But I hope she has a good one, and I hope our mother's looking down on her and giving her that courage and that strength to keep fighting until the end.
Sounds good. So lastly, and then we'll let you go. And I'm so grateful for you taking this time. This is just your final remarks. Like, what would you like to say to Denise and to the parole board?
To my sister, I always got your back, no matter what. Even though we're always far apart, always have your back, and I love you no matter what. To the parole board, the things that happened was not who I knew of my sister. Like when I was living with her at 17 on the Navy base, she was an ombudsman, which was a go-between between the Navy wives and the XO of the squadron and everything like that. The Navy wives would come to her if they needed help, and then she would go to the XO and try to get things worked out for them. And like I said, she took on her brother at the age of 17 when she had her own family and stuff like that. Things happen. People get messed up and in situations that they never mean to get into, and things happen.
Right.
30 years later, I think she's saw what happened and is not the same person that she was then.
Absolutely. Okay. I appreciate you for taking the time to do this for your sister and for us. I thank you.
Thank you for having me on, and I hope this helps, and thank you guys for actually caring enough to help these people that parole boards just keep denying.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and have a great evening.
Thank you, and you do the same.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We made it. We are at the end of our episode. I hope it has been so informative, entertaining. I kind of hope you went on an emotional roller coaster, because I know that I did. But this is a portion that we're encouraging viewer participation, right? So with everything that you have heard from beginning to end, we pose this question to you. If you were on the parole board, would you grant or not grant? We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear the reason on why you would or if you wouldn't. You can do that by email or text. And you can do, the email would be beninthebars@gmail.com. Or you can text at 804-929-0618.